Hey, John here, and today onto the garage. We're in the garage again, doing a little bit of playing around with key fobs. And my calendar's on October, and yet we're in November. So bye-bye Roland cells. Hello. Carter Chim, a particular favourite of mine. So we've got Carter Chim's Jaguar XK8 convertible in Hong Kong. And what a backdrop. It's in the whole of Hong Kong there behind him. What a spot to park your beautiful car. Today I've just been doing myself a nice quick and easy job, and that is sorting out my key fobs. A little while back was at Gaydon for the Breakfast Club event, and I was telling a few of our fellow XK8 friends there that my key fob had died that particular day, and John Palmer gave me a spare unwanted key fob. John, you are an absolute legend. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to do a bit of quick work on key fobs today. Been having a bit of trouble with mine. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I think what's happening is the little carbon pads on the back of the rubber buttons. I've given up the ghost because I know how to clean these. It's been cleaned, it's not a problem. So what I could do is put some aluminium foil pads on the back of the rubber pads and rejuvenate it. But having been given this lovely gift, I think I'm going to try this one out. Okay. So this is something we have done before, but lots of people need this advice, so worth going through. There's a little window here that lights up red, and you need the flashing stalk for your main beam. So when you pull back on your left-hand stalk, even with the ignition off, the main beam comes on. So put your keys in your ignition, turn them all the way to the left, so it's all the way off. Pull your stalk till your main beam comes on. Then turn your key to the first position, which is accessory, then release. Then flash your headlights 3 times. Watch here. Nothing. We'll go for that sequence again. Key off. I may have been a little slow in doing that, so I'm going to take the key out, put the key in, pull the stalk on, turn it to accessory, release it, flash 2, 3, and that flashes. And then we go to our fob and we press any of the buttons. Should be a total of 5 times, and this should light up, but we're seeing nothing at the moment. So we've got some dead fobs. So we're going to crack this open, and inside it's just a pull apart. We have the battery, which is a 2032, or at least should be. Yep. I'm going to check this one out, but it's bound to be dead, I would suggest. Oh no, 3.2 volts coming out of that. So that's a okay battery. But I've got some new spares, so let me just install one of those. Check it's the right sort. Yep. Just rub it on a piece of paper is a good idea. Bit of plain paper on both surfaces, just to take any oils off of there. Put it positive side down, that's the bigger side, down into that little cup there, and then reassemble and put him back together. So let's try this again, but this time with batteries changed. So, keys all the way off, doors shut, pull on the stalks, first position, 1, 2, 3, red light comes on, so it's listening, and then get your remote and press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then you wait a little while, and you get another flash hopefully that closes the listening mode. There it is, and that is programmed. So what I'll do in a little while off camera is I'll just sort out the batteries in my other remote, give that a clean up and just get it going as a spare, and I'll come back in here and do it exactly the same sequence, but on my new first remote, the one I've just programmed, I will press the button on it, and it's any button, doesn't matter which button, twice, and then I'll get the other remote and I'll press it 3 times, making 5, and again, as long as it flashes every time and then it closes after 15 seconds, they're programmed and they will work. This is one of my early car wheel centers, and as you can see, it's got this rather tarnished edge to it. I've replaced it with a spare that I've got around. It's dirty at the moment, as is the whole car, but it is bright. But this was the last spare I'd got, so I'm going to have to find some more, because the wheel centers are aging and the plastic chromed ABS is starting to give in, and you can see I've actually got a broken leg on this one as well. And I think it might be harsh cleaning products used at some point that has really taken the edge off the chrome. So, you know, if you use acid wheel cleaner, these won't survive. Or even road traffic film remover. It's all quite aggressive stuff, and I think the plastic bright work just can't cope with it for many, many years. So yeah, looking out for some new ones of those, some nice ones, without, I hope, spending too much money. Randomly, while looking around the car earlier today and admiring my handiwork on these waste seals, again, there are videos on how I made these, I've got these hand molded rubber end pieces to finish them off, and I noticed I never put one on here. So that's still got the raw end. I think I left it off for photographic reasons, he says, kidding himself, for the video, so you could kind of compare. But I hadn't registered the fact until just today that yeah, that one's finished off, you see. I haven't finished the job, so I'm going to have to get some more screw, which is the name of this material, and mould an end cap. Don't know about you guys, but I've been loving the content from Projects in the Barn just lately. If you don't follow that channel, follow it right now. Go subscribe. Simon has been working on his XK8R for some time now, bought cheap with issues, and is slowly bringing it back to life. But just watching him work through all the possibilities on his misfire and noises from the engine has been absolutely fascinating. Had me on the edge of my seat, Simon. Well done. And I think he's on the home straight now. I really do. I'm hoping that when you get your new Denso coils all in place, things look good for you, and maybe you're just hunting down a few little air leaks, which I suspect is the last 10/10ths of the issue on that car. So fascinating stuff. If you're not watching Projects in the Barn, go subscribe now, you won't regret it. A few people have been asking me, when I do my wishbone bushes, am I going to do the polybush thing? It was a really tight decision for me, but just for the benefit of everybody, no, I'm going for standard. Why? I bought the bushes at the same time I was doing the mods to the suspension, so I've got the lowered and uprated Adamesh suspension on now with brand new Bilsteins, and I'm thinking, well, you know, one of the negatives maybe of this is going to be a harsher ride. So do I really want to add poly bushes which aren't going to help the situation? And ended up plumping for standard bushes, which are still in their packaging, but these are from SNG Barrett and they are standard Jag parts. As it happens, the ride has genuinely not been altered, so I could have got away with poly bushes, but I'm happy with my decision. So I've gone for standard, and I will replace most of the bits and pieces with standard bushes as I now go on a bit of a mission there. Once I get my act together and get the wishbones off and get them in the grit blaster and powder coat them and rebush them, and maybe, I don't think they need doing, but I might just do it just for completeness, get the old strong arm press going and change the ball joints as well. Loads of you are quite rightly very interested in the blackening of the black trim experiments. The lighting is going now. It's too late to show you really, but just a quick update to say that it's filthy dirty. Just come back from a trip to Scarborough. It's still looking mightily impressive. That there is some bird doings rather than anything scratching or chipping off. Yeah, it's filthy, but you can see the colour contrast and the finish is really nice still. So no, still highly recommending that. Got to get round to doing the rest of the van, but I will leave one of these so we got that contrast, and we can just see how long it really does go before we get significant fade. My collection of batteries grows even more following Snoopy's departure. Has anybody got any good projects that need old, not very good batteries? Because I can maybe supply some. And these I continue to leave outside on purpose because I'm developing quite the theory. These things degrade massively with water and sunlight. Now they're not going to see a lot of sunlight if they're under the bonnet of your car and inside the wings, so they seem to degrade quite badly with water. Because these did not look so shabby until I left them out here, and they're hardening up no end. So whether it's a combination, I don't know, but UV plus water degrades them massively, and if they can be protected from sunlight, protected from water, I would suggest they're going to last a very long time. Freelander is turning out to be quite the treat. No issues so far, but I wouldn't expect any. This not had it long enough. But I did change the battery, which from a lot of cars, particularly JLR cars, is the weak point. Not because the batteries are weak, just because they're so demanding on batteries. So hopefully we're going to have a pretty straightforward ride with this one. I did have to have a puncture repair, no fault of the car. Second day I had it, screw in the tread. But yeah, been very pleased so far, and I'll obviously give you a running report on that, probably from inside it on one of my many trips. If you're out there, Steve Ferro, a winner in our calendar competition. Steve got the beautiful picture of the red car with a brewery in the background and some fabulous reflections. Still not got your postal address, Steve, so your calendar is on my desk. I won't sell it, but I don't want to have it on my desk for years. So please get in touch, let me know where to be sending that. I have got your email address, I've emailed you, so nobody get any stupid ideas about saying, yeah, my name's Steve, please send it to Birmingham, because I know approximately where he lives. Right, that's about it for now, and I will catch up with you again as soon as I can. See you folks, gotta go do some work. If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. And please give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, and you can share the videos. And below the video is always the area where you can comment and get involved with the chat.